Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel, and the beginning of what I would hope to be something very prosperous and awesome. So, welcome. This is the beginning of my stack, and I kind of wanted to chronicle my adventures, so to speak, on my way from beginning to perpetual endness, which isn't necessarily a word, but I thought it sounded cool, anyways. Nevertheless, I been watching all the videos on YouTube and found it very interesting to see everybody who's stacking gold, who's stacking silver, and doing it for all the right reasons, basically. Um, for me, it kind of all started when with my ex-wife. I'm 29 years old. I'm middle income. I'm by no means a rich person. However, I kind of wanted to figure out a way to grab my wealth or my hard-earned means and secure it other than spending it on Starbucks, spending it on going out with drinks with buddies or ridiculous meals, vacations. However, those are great in moderation. um, I'm a very big spender, and I love spending the money that I get. It goes back to even when I was a kid. All I wanted to do was just spend the money I had. I got $20. I needed to go out and I needed to spend that money right away. For some reason, I don't know. That's just kind of the personality that has been locked to me. Nevertheless, as of late, going back to my ex-wife. So her aunt is a very wealthy person, and she has this ridiculous home in Omaha. We visited her one summer on the way to a vacation in Colorado, and the home was just ridiculous. It's this mansion. You go into her kitchen, and it's all stainless steel products, marble floors, a ridiculous backyard. Uh, you know, 65, 70-inch flat screen TVs in all the room, and it's just ridiculous. It is extraordinary, and what a feat this woman has made, because she didn't just fall into it, she worked her ass off for it. Um, However, one of the cool things that she mentioned to me at the beginning was that she had stored some of her wealth in silver, and she kept a safe on site at her home in which she stored all of her silver and gold. And she actually showed me, and there was just this allure that came about, and I was so fascinated by that. And it might be encoded in all of our blood that silver and gold. Sorry, I'm getting messages like crazy. Silver and gold are kind of this very attractive thing that lures us in, kind of the same way. This is ridiculous. All of these messages, kind of the same way that fish are attracted to like shiny objects. When you go fishing, you have their fishing lures, and naturally, you use the ones that are going to be a little bit more shiny. Anyways, this is a very attractive and appealing idea to me, is taking the money that you've had and storing it in something that essentially holds its value as opposed to diminishes it, whether it be shoes, clothing, um, houses, yeah, cars, definitely, things like that. But being able to hold on to your wealth. And so this happened maybe a couple years ago, and I was I've been thinking about it ever since. And one day I was laying in bed. I remember waking up, and for some reason it came to me, you know, let's look into this a little bit further and maybe pursue it. So naturally, I go to YouTube. I'm gonna check out everything on YouTube. I want to see, I love unboxings. I love people's information. I love the information that I can get from people who've had experience and have made mistakes. So naturally, I don't have to make those mistakes. So I go and I find all of these awesome videos, Silverfish, Still Keeping, Salivate Metal, Junius Maltby, Big Stack McGee. These guys are awesome. They have awesome stacks. They have awesome information, very useful. And if anything, from watching them, other than the jealousy that I've had for their stacks, I've learned so much, and I've been so inspired to not only save the hard work that I have put into my money, but to store it in gold and silver bullion. So, I'm kind of just getting into this now. This is my first stack, and the first thing that I bought were um, 25 Johnson Matthey silver bars, fine silver, 0.999, 1 troy ounce, and the premium wasn't that high on them. I was originally going to buy some American Eagles, but I just didn't do it. I've got some on the way right now. I've got 20 ounces coming, and I am so excited for those guys. But naturally, this is the result of the fruits of my nature first. So I've taken, around, I took around like $500, and I was like, all right, I'm going to take this and I'm going to store it, as opposed to, looking at my bank account online and seeing digits. That was the result of my hard work, as just seeing numbers on a screen, and I didn't see it in front of me. And I don't know, there was something about it that was just very, very, I don't know, it's very, very different than holding something that's right in front of you, and you can hold it in your hand and really, really feel like, hey, this is mine, I've worked for it, as opposed to just, pushing numbers around. If you have bills you have to pay, if you want to transfer funds from your checking to your savings, things like that, it's just pushing numbers around, and it's not ideal, at least for me. So I'm very, very much into silver and gold. Again, I'm not a very rich person by any means. I do all right for myself, but I'm just getting into this, and I'm told that getting into silver at first is kind of a normal thing. It's kind of a gateway into gold, and essentially, in the long run, I would love to be able to have a certain amount of silver to a certain amount of gold, and I'll get into that a little bit. But I would love to have both, simply because I'm a big fan of both. I've got a little bit of some gold jewelry just laying around, but I got these, and I was just astounded by these Johnson Matthey bars, and I'll show you those in a second. But to have that gold there would be extraordinary as well. That's going to take some time. Just kind of rushing into things. I don't want to rush into them. So I thought it would be fun to start my own video on here, simply because I see all these videos that are on YouTube, and they're very, very informative. They're very, very inspirational, and very, very entertaining as well. And I would love to kind of start my own videos and kind of join the community of silver and gold stackers out there. Not only that, but to also chronicle my adventure from beginning to what I said before, perpetual endness, which by no means is a word, but I think you guys understand what I'm getting at. I would love to there's those messages again. I would love to chronicle my adventure here in gaining more silver, gaining more gold, and essentially storing my wealth into these precious metals. So again, I just started about a month ago, so bear with me on this. I've got 25 of these Johnson Matthey bars, and some other stuff here that I kind of inherited, and I thought it would be cool to show you guys. Again, I'm stacking metals not for an investment. I'm not in any way invested in these metals to take it now and to flip it a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now. I'm in this for the long run, and I want to have something to store my wealth, and God forbid, something happened to me, at least I have something to leave for my family and those I love, for the hard work that I have kept and that I have stored and I have locked in, and there's nothing that's going to happen to this unless were to get stolen or lost or something like that, in which case that's on me to lose it. Nevertheless, I'm kind of going off on a tangent here. And watching these videos and putting my money into just this 25 ounces of silver has really made me realize the value of the money that I have been making. And I see people in videos talk about this all the time, but you go and you buy something, and now you think, well, how does that transfer into any specific amount of silver or gold that I can buy, which is essentially more useful than going out and buying that flat screen TV, buying the iPad, buying an additional monitor for your computer, buying another computer. And again, going back to what I said before, I am a spender. I want to live for the right now, and I want to take my money and I want to spend it, because I used to go by the philosophy that if I have money, it should be spent, because we only have one life, and I don't want to be the richest man in the graveyard. Oh, the sentence that I've heard so many times through so many mouths. And I don't. But, you know, like I said, ever since watching these videos and investing more into this, both physically and mentally, I've kind of been more paying attention to what I've been spending more, and to see how that can kind of translate into these precious metals. So if this, in this past month alone, if it's done anything, it's kind of changed my mindset on seeing how I make my money, what my money is actually worth. And I can completely dig that. I don't know, I just think that's really, really awesome. I think it would be really, really cool to have my weight in silver. So I weigh like 150 pounds, around what, like 2,500 300 ounces or something like that, and 50 ounces of gold. That's a lot of money, I'm very much aware. And I don't know, it's just, you know, aim high. Nice to have something to sit on to. You know, I've heard time and time again that you shouldn't be investing all of your money in metals, and I have no intentions of doing so. But again, I am by no means a rich man, so this is kind of how I'm starting things off. I have plans to invest in some stocks, you know, do the 401k, real estate, and eventually I'd love to get into some farmland later as well, just to kind of have the land work for you and kind of keep that going. But you know, that's the long term. We're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves here. I wanted to kind of show you guys what I got here. So let's get into it, shall we? So first we have, we'll get into that a little bit later. First we have the 25 Johnson Matthey bars I told you about. They are all 0.999 fine silver, 1 troy ounces. Got 25 of these guys from Apmex. And Apmex was really, really fast. I placed an order with them. And it was my first order, and they shipped it out like the next day, and it was in my hands like 2 days later. And I was just so excited, because who wants to sit there and be like, okay, where's my stuff? Where's my stuff? Where's my stuff? You know, you're always in the back of your mind thinking, okay, is it coming today? Is it coming today? Always constantly checking your tracking numbers. So let me show this up close to you. I'm sure you've seen it before. Let me focus in here. Here's Johnson Matthey, Assayers and Refiners, fine silver, 999, 1 troy ounce, and serial number, which probably shouldn't be on there, but it's all right. So there those are, and I've got 25 of those guys. These are all 1 ouncers, and it was great. I'm very, very happy with the purchase that I've made there. Got 25 of those, and again, I've got some Silver Eagles that are on the way. They should be here on Saturday. I plan on doing an unboxing video of that, just for fun. And then I've got some inherited constitutional silver also. So with this, I've got some peace dollars, got some walking Liberty half dollars, some standing Liberty quarters. I have an 1855 seated Liberty quarter, some Mercury dimes, some Roosevelt dimes. And it's just fun, and you can hear, you know, you can just hear the silver in that, and it's really, really awesome to have that as well. You know, I hear that, you know, constitutional silver is a really, really good way to invest if you don't have a lot of money to throw into bars, to throw into coins, rounds. So that's there. This one's pretty damaged though. I don't know what the heck happened to this guy. Take a look at this. Yeah, it's got like a burn mark or some sort of nasties. Anyway, that's that guy. So I've got this. So we got the bars, we've got the constitutional silver, and I've got these 2 notes here, which I really don't know much about. I've Googled both of them, and both of them have numismatic value, obviously, more than the face value of their intrinsic value. But I'd love to know a little bit more if you guys know about this, simply because this is kind of given to me, and I don't know very much about notes. Again, I'm starting off, so I really don't know much as some other people would about silver. But we've got $100 bill here. It's from the Federal Bank of Chicago, 1928. So we got a greenback here. Mr. Franklin on the front. Take a look. We'll do the flip side. It's just green. It looks so fake. It looks like fake money. It's just funny. I mean, comparing it to obviously today's bills, it looks a lot different, but it's in really, really good shape. Really, really good shape. I'm really surprised that this lasted as long as it did. But nevertheless, it's out there. Here it is. Then I've got this $1 silver note. Or excuse me, a silver certificate. This is a 1957 series. This is not as good condition as the $100 bill is. But from what I hear, back in the day, you could exchange this for its amount in silver, so that's kind of cool. Again, don't know much about these, so if you guys know something, or I'm sure you know more about them than I do, if you know more, I would love to hear about it. Hit me up in the description box below or send me a message. Anyways, that's those guys. And again, you know, this is just kind of the beginning of what I have here, and wanted to share it with you guys. I'll do an unboxing on Saturday of the Silver Eagles, again from Apmex. I ordered them yesterday, which was Wednesday. So again, a really, really fast turnaround. Again, I want to thank Silverfish, Still Keeping, Salivate Metal, Junius Maltby, and Big Stack McGee for the inspiration to do this and to just kind of further pursue me into things and giving me some awesome information about investing in precious metals and putting your wealth really in the right place where it needs to be and storing it. So I really, really appreciate that, guys, and I know the entire YouTube community who's into stacking are really, really appreciate it. Keep doing what you're doing, and thanks for checking out this video. If you guys like what you see, you know, keep up with my adventures, keep up with my stacking, and like, comment, subscribe. I would love to get this topic of conversation going and keep it going, because you know, there's just a lot to be spoken about in the silver and gold community. So I'd love to get to know you guys, and hit me up. Let's talk. You know, thanks for watching. Peace, guys.